What Lives in the Woods, Chapter 44. 2 weeks later. I'm fixing the flower centerpieces on the tables for the millionth time when Leo skids to a stop beside me. His tie is crooked and his hair is sticking out at crazy angles. I smother a laugh with my hand. He's trying. Dad said people could start showing up in less than an hour. There's still so much left to do. Relax, Mom said. She'll be ready to put appetizers out right on time, and the band is setting up now. I hand him a stack of leaflets. You're still up for greeting, right? He looks down at the flyers and nods. They were our idea. Every guest at the good old summertime party will be handed one when they come in, and every flyer is full of a color floor plan of what Woodmore will look like 1 year from today. Dad's plan. I walk over to the main table where we've displayed all the pictures we found. The one of Annette holding the floor plan is front and center. I smile. We did the impossible. We solved the mystery of Woodmore Manor. Annette hasn't done anything scary since the day we proposed this party to Mom and Dad. No flickering lights, no locked doors or moving mannequins, no music or whispers from the speaking tube. I think it's because she knew. She knew we were trying to fix this for her, and no one else had done that before. The mannequin wearing the ball gown is propped up in the corner, the sequins casting glimmering flecks of light on the wood floor. The photo of Annette at the one gathering she got to attend is affixed to the wall next to it. We decided to put it there so people can see how important this ballroom was to her. Hopefully they see it can be special again. With Dad's plan, Woodmore can be what she wanted, a beautiful house where people can make memories. I suck in a breath and try to ignore the fluttering in my stomach. It's not fear this time, it's excitement. Even though I'm missing my writing workshop, this has been worth it. I didn't just curl up and read another Agatha Christie novel. I lived one. The door creaks open, revealing Will. Like Leo, he's dressed in khaki pants and a button-down shirt. His smile is broad and his eyes are twinkling. Also, his tie is straight. I'm not surprised. Walking over, he looks me up and down. Wow, you look great, Ginny. My cheeks heat up. I nervously smooth down the front of my flowery sundress and say thank you. I could tell myself I wore this outfit because it fits the theme of the party, but that would be a lie. I wore it because I think it makes me look pretty, and I knew Will would be here. A shy smile warms his expression. He extends a hand to reveal a leather-bound book. I hope this turned out okay. It's not exactly the kind of bookmaking I want to do, but it was still fun. I take it from his hand, marveling at how awesome it looks. I was expecting a notebook with pictures glued into it. Not this. It's heavy like a real book someone would buy in a store. A black and white photo of Woodmore is featured on the cover. I flip through the pages, my own smile growing. The photos the Historical Society gave us come up first. JB and Annette standing in front of Woodmore just after it was finished. Then there's pictures of the inside. Gleaming hardwood floors, elegant furniture. It really was beautiful. The last few pages aren't pictures, but a mashup of different things. Will took all of Annette's ideas, the list, the floor plan, and even a copy of the lyrics in the good old summertime, and turned them into a collage. It takes up 2 full pages. Wow. Do you like it? He asks. I open my mouth to answer, but Leo slaps him on the back before I can speak. Dude, it's awesome. It isn't just awesome, it's thoughtful, elegant, a perfect way to show how much Annette loved Woodmore and how much this whole town could love it again if they tried. It's perfect, I whisper. What I want to say is that it's just like Will. He's thoughtful. Leo snatches the book from my hands and plops it in the center of the table. Mom's heels echo through the room as she walks in. She's only wearing one apron this time, and it doesn't say something funny on it. It has the logo for Dad's company on the front instead. A whiff of something good hits my nose. What is that? I ask, peering over the edge of a big silver tray in her hands. Mom has been baking for days to prepare for this. She's tried so many different recipes I lost count. Appetizers. I have an assortment of 1930s party food here. She begins pointing at the different plates on her tray. Pineapple ginger shrimp cocktail, veal loaf, stuffed tomatoes, and deviled eggs. There's bundt cake coming too. I try to snag a piece of shrimp, but she playfully slaps my hand away. For the guests. Your guests, remember? She winks at me, then pulls a small plastic bag out of her pocket. I may have made some cookies on the side, just a few extras for our dedicated staff. Taking the cookies, I give her a quick hug. Dad slides up beside her. Unlike when we first got here, he doesn't seem anxious. He seems hopeful. I'm relieved because when we first told Dad our idea, he was confused. A party? He'd asked, his bushy eyebrows scrunched up. Could we just back up a second here because I'm lost? Leo and I found these notes in my room. They belong to Annette Dottinger. Remember the party Robert talked about, the good old summertime one? Since she died before it could happen, we were thinking we could host it for her now. And that's when it happened. Dad's expression had changed. Suddenly he wasn't confused. He was surprised. I knew that even without the internet you'd figure it out. Figure what out? I asked carefully. Dad sighed. That you chose Annette Dottinger's room. That explained the look on his face when I chose my room. He might not have known all the tragic details or that Annette had been haunting Woodmore all these years, but he knew the bedroom I chose had a history, a dark one. Are you upset with me? He pressed. I would have told you, but you were already so upset with me for dragging you here that I didn't want to take away the nice room, too. No, I'm not upset, I said, shocked to discover it was the truth. Annette probably would have haunted us no matter what room I picked. Plus, even though it sounds weird, I'm glad I got wrapped up in this mystery. All these years, Annette has watched people come and go, but no one has taken the time to listen, truly listen to her. I'm just glad there's a happy ending to this story. Plus, I guess I have let my imagination get the better of me before, once or twice. I don't blame you for not wanting to tell me about Annette's room. Ah, yes, that too. Dad had smiled as his eyes bounced between me and Leo. So, is this party idea what you two have been acting so strange about lately? Playing that record during my meeting? Prowling around at night? Getting along? Not really, I answered, just as Leo said, totally. We looked at each other and laughed. We sort of overheard your conversation with Mom, the one about how the town wouldn't mind if this place got torn down. This could change their minds. I said this as earnestly as I could. Truth is, I had plenty of evidence to prove the ghost stuff to Dad, but I didn't want to tell him about it anymore. I didn't need to. Dad clamps a hand down on my shoulder and gently squeezes, jolting me out of my memories. This looks incredible, everyone. Thanks to you all, I think we have a chance to convince folks that Woodmore Manor can be special again. Think we're ready to open the floodgates? Almost, Leo answers. Just one last thing. With this, he rushes to the corner of the room where we've set up the gramophone. He turns it on and gently lowers the needle like he's been practicing. In the good old summertime, starts playing. Mom dims the lights, and the room comes to life. My breath is stolen away by how perfect it looks. The twinkle lights we strung from the ceiling, the banner that reads Good Old Summertime at Woodmore, the flowers with flickering candles on every table. I don't know if it feels as magical to everyone as it does to me, but based on their expressions, I think it might. Out of instinct, my eyelids glide to the corner, the one where almost all the Shadow People legends started. Will had the idea to turn that area into a photo spot, so we put a wooden bench from the garden there, with delicate white flowers draped along the back and a potted rose bush beside it. There's a new vibe to it now, a peaceful one. Just before I walk away, something catches my eye. Light. It starts out small, nothing but a pinprick. Slowly it brightens, expands. Within seconds it has taken a form. The shimmering edges drift across the bench and hover. I stare at it in shock. This is nothing like the shadow I saw before. There are no gnarled arms, no piercing red eyes, no gaping mouth. It's beautiful. I spin around, my heart thudding. Will. Will is bent down tying a shoe. When he finally stands and follows the line of my trembling finger to the corner, the light is gone. What? Will asks. Is something wrong with the photo area? Shaking my head, I swallow back my shock. The light vanished, but the warm, happy feeling hasn't. I can't prove it, but I know. I just know it was her. Annette. Ginny, Will asks again, shaking me gently. Is everything okay? I tear my eyes off the bench and smile. Tears prick at my eyelids. Things are better than okay. Yeah, everything is great, actually. From the doorway, Leo begins jumping up and down. He's waving his hands in the air so wildly he looks like a bird about to take off. I laugh and then look at Will, who is already wearing his bookstore smile. I guess that means people are starting to arrive. Now might be a good time to mention that someone special is coming tonight, he says. I look at him sideways. Who, your boss? He smiles. Nope. Your parents? Wrong again, Will laughs. I'm about to give him a good shake and hope the answer falls out when the door opens. A familiar boy with familiar blue eyes walks in and waves. Craig! I never thought Craig would want to come here again, not after what happened to him. I can't believe it. Will shrugs. His idea, not mine. I'm still in shock when Craig reaches us. Hey, hi, wow, you came. I did, he says, casting a suspicious look into the corner. I had to see if it was true. If what was true? That you fixed this place. He surveys the decorations and nods slowly. Will has been talking about your plan for weeks. Kept telling me you finally figured out how to make wood more normal again. I guess I wanted to see it for myself. Did I succeed? I ask. Yeah, I think you did, he says with a grin. Now maybe I won't hate coming here every summer. Even being in the same town as this place freaked me out. It feels different now. Better. I lean in close so none of the other guests can hear me. She's happy now. He purses his lips together, then exhales. Good, because I didn't like her when she was angry. A laugh escapes me, then another. Before I know it, we're all cracking up. Without warning, Will slides his hand into mine for the second time since I came to Michigan. I freeze, afraid that if I move, he'll take it back. He doesn't.